It's time now for look latest in local sports and sports. High school basketball this afternoon at the Benny Ratliff Arena. The opponent is Pierce County. Varsity girls game at 5. Varsity boys game at 6:30. Middle school basketball yesterday. Martha Puckett hosted Appling Middle School. Appling's girls won by a final of 43-4. Appling boys won 56-47. Arthur Williams Middle School boys and girls basketball teams at Long County today. Girls game at 4. Boys game at 5:15. Varsity esports team in the second round of the state playoffs yesterday. A tough 3-2 loss to Johnson, which ends the esports season. But again, a great year advanced into round 2 of the state playoffs in esports competition. The Georgia Dugout Club selected their players and coaches of the year in softball across the state. Wayne County senior Dakota Crow was selected as one of the 2 Quad A players of the year, and head coach Cope Brockington was selected as one of the 2 coaches of the year. In Double A, Appling County's Presley Harrison and Jeff Davis's J.C. Underwood also named players of the year in their classification. Both Appling's head coach Lindsey Tillman and Jeff Davis's head coach Stephen Wilcox also named coaches of the year in Double A. Dakota Crow was one of the dominant pitchers in the state. She pitched a total of 64 innings with 91 strikeouts, 20 walks, an ERA of 3.06. She went 4-2 on the mound in the state playoff run. At the plate, she batted 98 times this season with a batting average of .393. Her on-base percentage was .459, slugging percentage .702. She had 33 hits, 8 doubles, 6 home runs, and 34 runs batted in. And our congrats to Dakota Crow, Quad A Player of the Year by the Georgia Dugout Club. And our congrats to Coach Colt Brockington, named one of the coaches of the year in Quad A. Regular college football season is over. This weekend is Championship Saturday. And again, teams are hoping to secure a spot into the 4-team playoff. That announcement set for Sunday evening on ESPN. Currently, the 4 teams by the NCAA Selection Committee are Georgia 1, Michigan 2, Washington 3, and FSU 4. That could all change this weekend with championship games being played Friday and Saturday. All begins with a Pac-12 championship game Friday night. The Washington Huskies and the Oregon Ducks tomorrow night. These 2 quarterbacks in the race for the Heisman Trophy, Oregon's Bo Nix and the Huskies' Michael Penix. 2 teams met in the regular season. Washington won the game in the regular season. Huskies remain unbeaten, but coming into tomorrow night's game, they come in as a 9-point underdog. As they say in sports, those people in Vegas know something we don't know. The Huskies ranked 4th in the NCAA playoff format, get a 9-point underdog to a team that they've already beaten. As they look out, here come the Ducks. Most believe the winner of this game punches their ticket to the 4-team playoff format. Here in Georgia, all eyes on the SEC title game in Atlanta, Georgia versus Alabama. Dogs now a 6-point favorite in the contest Saturday at 4 p.m. Alabama's had a lot of success at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They're 2-0 in SEC title games against Georgia. They're coming off that miracle win at Auburn, 4th and 31. Should be a great game. Most believe the winner of this game makes the playoffs. The question still remains, if Georgia loses, do they drop out altogether from the 4-team playoff? Talking heads say yes. I say they've lost their minds. But it won't come to that. The Dogs handle business on Saturday, roll into the playoffs as the number 1 seed. Michigan plays Iowa in the Big Ten title game. Wolverines are favored by 23 points in that title game. Michigan most likely one of your 4 teams in the playoff picture. FSU unbeaten. They've lost their starting quarterback for the season. They're in the ACC title game Saturday against Louisville. If FSU wins, they remain unbeaten, would be ACC champions. Most believe that's good enough to stay in the 4-team playoff. Others believe it all depends on what happens in Atlanta. Texas needs help. They play Oklahoma State in the Big 12 title game Saturday. They're a 2-touchdown favorite in the game. They beat Alabama the first week of the season. They argue if both they and Alabama end the weekend with just 1 loss, that Texas, not Alabama, should be selected. Again, I disagree. If Bama beats Georgia, the number 1 team in the country, 2-time defending champion, a team that's won 42 out of 43 games. If Bama wins, I don't believe the committee will care about a game that occurred back in September. And if Bama wins, and that's a big if, they deserve a spot in the playoffs. I believe both Georgia and Bama get in if that's how it plays out Saturday in Atlanta. You can enjoy the games. We'll have more on the Georgia-Bama game tomorrow here on Local Sports. NFL football tonight, Thursday night football, is the Dallas Cowboys hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Cowboys having a good season, looking to move 1 game closer to the NFL playoffs. And the big news in the NFL yesterday, Aaron Rodgers is now back practicing with the New York Jets. The word is that he'll be back on the field Christmas Eve, bringing the Jets their Christmas wish. Aaron Rodgers, the New York starting quarterback. Again, that's the word out of New York. He's back with the team practicing. They say he's not ready to see any action, but they state he's set to come back on Christmas Eve when the Jets are on national TV. That's going to do it for latest in local sports.